year. What's he been all about, and what does he need to do, and what's your evaluation?
I think it's kind of been like a lot of things this year. So, some good and some not so good. But for the most part, he's given us an opportunity to win in the midweek. I think his numbers are a little bit inflated if you take out some of those relief appearances early on in the season where we brought him in out of the bullpen on the weekend. His numbers would be a little bit, his overall numbers would be a little bit better. But he continues to work. I think as far as a stuff standpoint, we still think there's more, in him. Worked a little bit some mechanical things this weekend, and excited for another opportunity for him.
Going back to Saturday, just looks like a Will's outing, especially letting you guys settle in a little with the early zeros. Stokes, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying
to.
It's confusing because the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, I thought he pitched more like the Will Stokes that we thought he could be, and a lot of that I think was our fault. His first SEC start, it was a doubleheader. Coach Lafferty wasn't here as recruiting, and I think we probably didn't prepare him enough, and had a tough outing against Florida. But I thought he was terrific. Just look at he ran out a little juice there because he had gotten them 1, 2, 3, and actually got the first 2 outs of the fifth. I think in like 6 pitches, and then had like a 1-0 HBP, had a 3-0 to 3-1 count base hit, and then he had another walk, which we know that's not him. A guy that really fills up the strike zone. So kind of got away from us, and then just a weird play to Bortles where he read it wrong off the bat, a tough read, a low line drive where he thought it was hit real hard and dove for the ball. It was actually like a changeup, and that inning kind of spiraled away from us there. But I thought Will was terrific.
Will he go again on Sunday?
I think we'll still go TBA, but he's the guy if we don't use, certainly. We say TBA, and what we've done the last couple of weeks is just if we need to use him and, to win a game, we want to have that ability to do so.
Like you did at LSU.
Yeah, like we did at LSU. But the little different in LSU is, we figured Sam could start. Now it just depends. We're likely we'll go Stokes, but and I still think guys have done in the past. I think Steven's done in the past. I'm not sure if Biddle did it, but just because you threw 2 outs on a Friday or Saturday doesn't mean you can't start. I think he's the type of kid that can, and I think that's for any of those guys in the bullpen. They're used to, getting back up the next day. So as long as it's not an extended, time, I think, he can do so.
Would it be fair to say Cameron Shaw's been exceeding expectations a little bit this year, been delivering a big way?
You'd hate to say,
right.
Say it like that, but proud of the year that he's had. And, a guy that for 2 years, and I know what you mean. For 2 years he's been a defensive replacement or a guy that'll come in to pinch run, and he's done terrific offensively. We knew he would defend. We knew when he got on base, he would certainly be a steal threat and maybe our biggest steal threat, which he's been. But offensively had a good weekend, for us this past weekend. But it's not just this weekend. I think he's might be the most consistent hitter we've had in the lineup.
Maybe not a ton of in-game experience, but he's been around the program for a while. Has he been taking on a leadership role this year, you think, with the youth?
I think Cam is kind of a quiet leader. I think he's a guy that I think everybody on the team really respects. He plays so hard. He's a guy that's kind of waited his turn. Last year was tough. If you watched last year with the 4 outfielders that we played, and those 4 played a lot, it was kind of hard to bust into the lineup with those 4 guys because they all had the same skill set and similar to Cam in the sense that they were all really good defenders. They all could really run, and they all were having great years offensively. But I think people respect what Cam's all about, how hard he's played, and off the field he's one of our best students, and always does a terrific job off the field as well.
What do you feel like Earl has done this year about